Right guys, this is the pennant trial course at Merion Golf Club. I'm going to try and talk it hole by hole, give you a little bit of help as we go along. So on this one, tailwind like this, you've got to be careful. You want to land as close as you can. Don't go over the bunker, you're going to go in. There's no point in taking the danger. Come up here and just back off a bit on your drive. So just to make sure, I'll say about there. Just about made it. So that's what I'm on about backing off. You don't want to be going in the rough. Make it easy for yourself. Now what I tend to do, as you can see, that angle there is on a diagonal. You don't want that. You want the straightest angle possible. So as you can see, that wasn't that straight. That's not that straight. That wasn't that straight. So that's probably the straightest angle you're going to get. So that's what you're going to play. That's your wind. So for me, I play that as, I use my calculations obviously. So it's 225 divided by 0.3 equals 750. 59 times 13 equals that, divided by 750. So it's playing 1 yard off, so it's playing 58. And I'd probably play half a yard, so say 59 for the elevation, so 59 including the elevation. So if I go to my punch chart, that'll be about, I'm going to play a punch here because it's quite flat. That'll be about 94% with my WGT punch, full backspin. Crosswind's playing about, say 7. Playing about 5, so say there. And I'll hit it 94%, say about there. Not as close as I would have liked, but it's still close. Thing with Merion is, you've got to be careful with these putts because the greens are tricky. We've got slow greens as well. So, right, so what I do here, I go to me putting chart. I've got my green speed in already. So it's 5.4 distance minus 2.1. And then what I tend to do is, I go to my stopwatch. And I'll count the dots from when I pressed there. So just pressed it, just counting away now, as you can probably hear the stopwatch. Fastest dot because it's downhill. So it's 5.90 times that by 2. 11.8. So I'll put that in the box, 11.8 for dot speed. Tells me it breaks 3.8. So 3.8, as you know, 6 is half a grid, 12 is full. So 3.8 is just over half of a grid. So I'd say there's 3. Half a cup's 1. So 8 would be about, say there. Now the elevation's changed to -2. It was -2.1 before, so we'll go in between. -2.05. Now I've got to hit it 5.3. So 5.3 will be about, there's 4.5, 5.25, I'd say about there.
Solid putt.
There's 1, so we've got a birdie now. Now par 5, it could be reachable, it could be close. You've got to be careful with the bunker in front of the green here, guys. It's deceiving. So on these drives, I go 6 clicks up on the ball, trying to get a bit of bounce. Missed the ding right slightly, but shouldn't affect it. So like I said before, it could be quite tricky with the elevation up, but we might just make it. So that's a straight angle. That's probably the straightest angle you're going to get. So again, we do the wind. If you can get an eagle on this guy, it's brilliant. Birdie's brilliant as well, because at least you're still flying then. So it's 180 divided by 0.4, which is 450, 237 times 9 equals 2,133 divided by 450. Tells me to 4.74 to add on. So we add that to the 237, which is 241.7. And then plus your 10 for your elevation, so 251. So for me, that'll be about 252. So I'll probably add on about, I'll probably do 5 clicks, probably just 6 because it's going uphill onto the green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crosswind's playing about, say, I'd say about 12, 5, 10. So there, say there. Right, because of the up elevation, I'm just going to take a little bit off, say there, because it's uphill. Less wind effect. Hopefully we can get on. So it's not a camera. As I said, it's quite deceiving because of the bunker in front, but these are still holdable if you can get it right. If not, definite birdie. So I play pitch on these guys. I go into puff view from the rear and I see the dots where they're moving. As you can see, there's not a lot of dot movement. So I'm going to say about there. Back to pitch. Right, pitch. Say 12 yards for me would be 76. So I'm just going to add a little bit of a few spins just to keep it rolling because it's slightly uphill. So 12 would be 76, say about there. Did miss the thing slightly, but 1 yard away, guys. Straight putt, as you can see, a little bit of thing, but if you power through this, you shouldn't miss. So just give it, say, there. Nice easy birdie. So we move on to the third, which is a par 3. Par 3s, you've always got the straight angle. Apart from Kiawara, you get slight different angles. So let's do the wind. So we know it's a 180 because it's a headwind. So it's 180 divided by, I'd say that's 0.5, which is 360. 205 times 14 divided by 360 equals 7.9. So it's basically 8 plus 205, 213. And then plus 5 for the elevation. So it's playing 218. I normally add 4 on into a headwind with a 3 iron full backspin, but because we're off the tee and it's slightly uphill, I'll probably just add 1 on because you're going to get a bit more off the tee. So the crosswind's playing about, say 7, 8. And then obviously you add on for your irons. So it'd be an 8 with a 9 iron. So it'd be 9 with 8, 10 with 7, 11 with 6, 12 with 5, 13. So it's playing about 14, guys. So 5, 10, 14 would be about there. But because again, it's slightly uphill, I'm just going to take a little bit off. Say there. And there you see it, we have a heartbeat. Not too bad. So, as you can see, it's not the easiest putt again, but I normally power through these guys. I don't mess about. But when it's quite straight like that, there's not a lot of break, I tend to power through. So what I'd do is, I'd take the 3 elevation off the 6, which equals 3, and then I'd have 3 on again. So that's 6. So it's going to be a 6 shot, and I'll just imagine the line where it would go if you hit a 6, and then I adjust. So I'm just imagining it now. So I imagine it'd land there. So I'll go that side there, and then I just do it again, and do any adjustments by doing it. So I'm just pressing it again. Imagining if you hit a 6. So I'm just going to move it a touch, say there. So now I'm going to hit a 6 and just see where we go. And there we are, straight in the hole. So there's another birdie. Now this one you've got no chance of reaching in to, so you basically want to get your approach shot on the second. You want to try and get as close as you can. I'm giving it 8 clicks here because you're the elevation down. You're not going to get much bounce.
That's in the garden
That'll
spot.
do it. So basically, normally if you had a tailwind here, you'd have to lay off your 3 wood a bit, but this should be pretty good. So it's going to be, I'm going to aim over here because I'm in the middle. Right, so I'm not going to play full 3 wood just in case I get a bit of bounce and go into the stream. So I'm going to go down on the spin a bit. Full hit though. Leaves a nice wedge in. So again, that's not a straight camera, so we look for the straightest. There's an exact straight one, so you know that's the wind and the crosswind. So again, it's 180 divided by 0.25, 720, 63 times 12 divided by 720, which should equal 1. So it's playing 1 yard on, so 64. Elevation's not playing anything. So 64 on one of my punches. Let's have a look. 64 would be 100% punch with me WGT. Crosswind's playing about, say about 6, but because it's a punch, I'm only going to play it about 4.5. So 100% punch. A little bit short. I was looking for 64, but I only got 63, but it's still on for birdie. It's an uphill putt, bit of break, but this is where we use the calculator. So again, so the green speed already in, distance is 11.5, it's uphill 1.3. Now we've got to count the dots, so take your pin out, and as you can see, the dots are all moving. So you count them from the middle there to the line that's coming. So we go to our stopwatch, guys, and we just click the middle and we let them count. It's uphill, so bang. So it's playing 5 seconds, and you've got to times that by 2, which is going to be 10 seconds. Now what I tend to do on the uphill, guys, the calculator just always seems to lip or sometimes drop in, so just keep looking at the dots. I went by the fastest dot then, so I want to just check the rest. So I probably add about 0.3 onto that. So instead of hitting it's telling me to break 6 inches, I'd do a 6.3. We know half a grid 6, so there's 6, so 6.3 should be about there. Now the elevation's changed to 1.6 from 1.3, so we go in between. So it's 1.45 instead of 1.3. That adds the power to 15.1. So we're going to hit a 15.1, which is about, say, there. And there we are again, guys. Ready? So now we go on to the 5th. This one's a simple hole, guys. You should be birdieing this. But because I've just said it, I probably won't birdie it. Because of the uphill elevation here, guys, I'm going to go full backspin. Because you're going to get a little bit of roll anyway.
Good ball.
Right, so that's a straight camera angle, straight wind. This green is quite tricky, guys, so you do want to try and misting this to the right, because it's a straight wind, you're not going to adjust for any crosswind, so you want to misting it late, so obviously it hits right and rolls back down towards the pin. So that's me a little bit of advice for you on this green, because it is a tough green, and if you land short, you're coming off the green, so you don't want to play no spin at all on this hole. You want to play flat or even a little bit of top. So let's just do the wind. So there's no crosswind, so it's just a distance wind. So it's 13 times 108 yards divided by 225, which leaves 6. So it's playing 6 yards off. So 102 plus your elevation up, 103. So it's playing 103, guys. So 103, that would be, I'd probably play that. I'd probably play it near enough full. Mistinged it right, so that should help. And there you go. And to a nice easy birdie again. Don't even have to play, just overpower that, guys. Put a bit of power in it and misting right. There you go. And now we're under 5. So we're doing so far so good. So now again, really. So that should be a good line there. I'm gonna play 6 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm alright. So that's a little bit off. See if there's a straight one. There's a straight one, guys. So there's your wind. Again, downhill elevation. It's an uphill elevation, sorry, to the green. So if you land short and right, you're going to roll off the green back down. So you want to, again, try no spin. If you have to, fair enough, play it longer and come back to the hole. So again, the wind, 225 divided by 0.6, which is 375, 110, times 12 divided by 375, which is playing 3.52 off. So 110, take away 3.52, 106.48, plus your free elevation. So it's playing 109. So, so you see, I'm stuck in between here. I could either play a pigeon wedge full backspin and hit it full, but again, I don't want to be playing backspin. So sand wedge top spin is on my limit. It's about 107, 108. So I'm gonna go for that. I'm probably gonna land short here. Crosswind's playing, say 6. So crosswind's probably playing about 4. Probably playing about 2.5. So say there. I'm gonna misting it right slightly. So misting it late slightly, just to adjust for any crosswind. And there we go. We got a heartbeat. I still think it'll land short, not too short. So we ended up all right. But it's not the easiest putt. Again, I'm gonna power through this one, guys. So we take away the elevation and add 3. So take away the elevation, 3.9, add 3, 6.9 is what we're gonna hit it. So we're gonna imagine again the line. Try and get 3 dots running across it. You know, like if it was there, I've only got 2, which means that there's a part of that grid where you can't tell how quick the break is. So what you do, you get your 3 dots in the grid, so you can see everything. See the first one is faster than the rest. So now we know. And just imagine your ball going towards the hole, and then we just imagine the line. Imagine you're hitting a 6.9. I think it'll land about there. So we go that far, that side. And then we just, again, check it for adjustment. Imagine you're hitting a 6.9 there. I still think there's some adjustment there, so we're going to say there. So we're going to hit a 6.9, which will be about, say, there. Mistinged it, but that helped. And again, it's a birdie, guys. So we're doing pretty good. This one, this is really headwind or tailwind. You should be really birdieing this. 8 clicks, because you've got elevation down. We want a little bit of bounce if you can. So, not a big number then. Let's say check any straighter ones. Nope. That's probably the straightest one you're going to get. So we know it's a headwind. So go to your reverse angle now. We know it's a headwind, and that's your headwind angle. So now we're going to say 180 divided by 0.65, which is 276.9. 44 times 13 divided by 276.9. So it's playing 2 yards on, so 46 plus your elevation up. So it's playing 48. So 48. So just, if you look at this, guys, like, you can see by looking at this shot, it's uphill. It only looks, it's saying 7 foot, but it looks a lot more than that. If you hit a punch here now, it's going to run flat because of the elevation, and you're going to get a bit of run on it. So I tend to try and hit it normal. So you don't want any if anything, hit a bit of topspin. Just leave the punch. So we said it was going to be 48. So 48, I did it 84%. Just a normal shot. Crosswind playing about, say, there. And I just hit it 84%, guys. And that's not too bad. Could have been a little bit closer. Again, that's not a nice... But that there, guys, because of the break so quick, now I'd use my chart. Because as you can see, the first dot there next to the pin is going quite fast. You're going to end up down here. And if you put... Because it's downhill as well, and you're adding power onto it, you could end up down here off the green. So now I use the chart and be safe. Least then if I miss, it's going to be by the hole. So the distance, 5.6. It's minus 1.4. And then we take the pin out and we read the dots, guys. So remember, get your dots in so you can see them all. Go to the stopwatch and we count them. Quickest dot on a downhill, guys. Bang. So it's 4.47 times 2. 8.94. Put that in the dot speed box. Tells me it breaks 4.6. So 4.6. So we know there's 6. Half a cup's 1, so that's 5. So 4.6 is about there. Now the elevation has changed to -1 from -1.4. So we go in between, -1.2. Now it tells me to hit a 6.2. Now, looking at that, if I hit that 6.2, just look at this. These shorter putts can be a bit deceiving, guys, even with the calculator. Because it's so short, the calculator tries to add too much on. And if you press that, look at the first dot, it's a lot slower. So I'm going to actually take... It's telling me it breaks 4.5 inches. I mean, it told me it broke 4.6, yeah. So I'm going to take a bit off that. I'm actually going to take about 1 off it. So say there. Now it's changed back to 1, so we go to 1.1. Now it's telling me to hit 6.1. Take your pin out. This could be a tricky one, this, guys. Just about made it, so that's good. Tricky putt. Fast break. Again, as long as you don't go in the rough, guys, you've got to be careful with your elevation. It's playing about 15 elevation there. I know you've got a bit of headwind, but still, if you connect well with the ding, you're going to go into the rough. And why play from the rough when you can land here and play a wedge? So again, make sure your crosswind's alright. Probably not that much, probably about there. And again, 6 clicks and take a bit off. Just make sure. There's no need to go into the rough. And there you go. It's a nice wedge in. So, the wind, that farm fell from that angle, that's straight. So the wind, there's no wind at all, like headwind or tail. So we know it's 62, take away your elevation, so it's playing about, I divide by 4, so it's playing about 61, guys. Because it's going uphill, you're going to get, with a wedge, you're going to get a little bit of backspin. So I'd play a 61. So, let's have a look. So crosswind's playing, say, 10... I'd say crosswind's playing 9, 8, 7, 5. It's playing about 4, guys. So I'd say that. And then we know it was we wanted 61, so we'll have a look if we can get a punch with a 61. So we can. So it's going to be about 97% punch, full backspin. With a WGT. What did we say? 97% is about there. And we have a heartbeat. And that'll do. Very close. Again, I won't even use them, just power on these guys. Missed the ding early. Quite easy then into that post. And now we've got a par 3. As I said to you earlier, the angle's always straight apart from Kiawara on a par 3, so that's your angle of the wind. Right, there's a slight angle, so that's about 0.8, I'd say, taken off. So now we go to the calculator for your approach. So it's 225 divided by 0.8, 281.2. 181 times 9 divided by 281.2. So it's telling me to take 5.7 off. So 181 take away 5.7 is 175. Then take away 10 for your elevation. So it's playing 165, guys. So I'll go to 6 iron, full backspin. And I will I'd hit it about, let's have a look, about 172, which would be 90%. Crosswinds playing about, I'd say, let's have a look, 9, 4.5, 2.5, probably playing about 2, it's playing about 5, guys, so say there. Because your elevation downhill, I'd say that. And we said 98%, which is about, say, there. And I've missed in that massively. This is a bit disappointing. I missed the ding by quite a bit, but definitely got par. But I would have liked another birdie because we've got birdie every hole. So right, 40-50 rough, 9 yards. Don't ever play pitch. Don't ever play chip. You've got to play flop on these shots, guys, especially on Merion green. So full backspin. I'm going to show you what you do. Go to your flop, your 20-yarder. Go to your reverse putt. Look at your dots on the speeds. So if you land direct with the pin, it's going to roll off down here. And a flop is going to land short and roll off. So basically, you need to adjust for this. So really, you want to land it about, say, there. Go back to your flop. Now I had 6 on for 40-50 rough, so it's going to be 15, which is there. And then you hit the ding line before the ding, so that one. And that's pretty good. Could have rolled in. So I'll take par, and it's a nice easy par. And that's the front 9 of Merion done on the pennants thing, and I think we hit 28, so that's good enough for me. There you go, guys.